Welcome back to the Carbeats family. If you're passionate about cars, EVs, and everything in between, you're in the right place. Today, we've got something really exciting to talk about, the 2026 Lucid Air. We're going to take a deep dive into what's changing, what's staying the same, and why this EV might still be one of the most futuristic luxury sedans on the road in 2026, even years after its initial debut. Lucid Motors made serious waves when it introduced the Air a few years back. With its sleek design, jaw-dropping range, and top-tier tech, it quickly became a name to respect in the high-end EV space. While Tesla continues to dominate in sales volume, Lucid carved out its own identity as a kind of EV Bentley or Rolls-Royce. Sophisticated, minimalist, ultra-epic. Now, with 2026 just around the corner, fans and owners alike are wondering, is Lucid giving the Air a big redesign? Or is it more of a strategic update to keep it competitive? The answer is a bit of both. So let's get into the meat of it. First off, let's talk about design. One of the most noticeable things is that Lucid is not rushing to drastically change what already works. The 2026 Lucid Air will continue to use its signature aerodynamic silhouette, sleek LED light bar across the front, and minimalist but elegant profile that's helped it stand out since day one. There's no radical redesign coming, and that's actually a good thing. Lucid's approach is similar to Apple's with the MacBook, or Porsche's with the 911. Evolve, don't disrupt. The car still looks futuristic, and that visual language carries forward. But under the surface, there are some real upgrades worth noting. The biggest one? Charging. The 2026 Lucid Air will finally come with a native NACS charging port. That's Tesla's North American charging standard. This means Lucid drivers will now have full access to Tesla's supercharger network, arguably the most reliable and widespread fast-charging infrastructure in the world. This is a game changer. For a long time, one of the few drawbacks with Lucid was charging convenience compared to Tesla. That barrier is about to fall, and for many potential buyers, it could be the final push they need to make the switch. Now, aside from the NACS integration, another major improvement is the inclusion of a voltage step-up system. The same technology first developed for the Lucid Gravity SUV, this upgrade is subtle but very important. It essentially allows the Air to better utilize high-powered charging stations, cutting down charge times even more than before. Think of it like giving the car a smarter, more flexible power adapter. This isn't flashy, but it matters. Long road trips, cross-country driving, it all becomes easier, faster, and more convenient. Let's talk software for a moment, because this is another area where Lucid is putting in work. The 2026 model is expected to feature enhanced over-the-air update capabilities, new UI refinements, and even smarter driver assist features. Lucid's DreamDrive system, which already blends LiDAR, radar, cameras, and ultrasonic sensors, is expected to get even more intelligent with better lane keeping, adaptive cruise, and potentially hands-free capabilities on mapped highways. In total betting 1,100, and if you're a tech lover, you'll be happy to know that Lucid is continuing to lean into its beautiful Glass Cockpit interface. That's the curved 34-inch display that wraps around the driver's view. Expect smoother animations, faster responsiveness, and deeper customization when it comes to how your driving data is presented. Think Tesla-style OTA updates but wrapped in a luxury experience. So while the exterior may not change drastically, the inside, both physically and digitally, is continuing to evolve. Now let's address the elephant in the room: range. Lucid Air already shattered expectations with models like the Air Grand Touring and Dream Edition delivering 500+ miles on a single charge. For 2026, Lucid isn't trying to break new records here, but rather maintain that industry-leading efficiency while possibly offering lighter and more affordable battery options. That could mean smaller packs for shorter range at a lower price point. Think 350 to 400 miles, but still leveraging Lucid's incredible efficiency per kilowatt-hour. Speaking of trims, Lucid is expected to stick with its current tiered approach, starting with the Air Pure, then Touring, then Grand Touring, and possibly another limited edition version like the Sapphire. The Air Pure could become even more accessible in 2026, especially now that Lucid is working on manufacturing scale, including their plant expansion in Saudi Arabia. A sub $80 0 K luxury sedan with over 400 miles of range, gorgeous design, and access to Tesla's network? That's something Tesla's Model S can't really claim anymore, at least not in the same way. Let's not forget build quality and luxury, a huge selling point for Lucid Air. Real aluminum trim, soft-touch vegan leathers, micro-suede headliners, and those massive glass roofs that stretch over the cabin are all still expected. The Air's interior doesn't feel like you're in a car. It feels like you're in a modern, high-end studio apartment that just happens to move. In terms of driving dynamics, the Air continues to be one of the most exciting EVs to drive. Dual and tri-motor configurations bring insane horsepower, going from 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds in some trims. While the 2026 update doesn't bring a totally new powertrain, it may refine the way power is delivered. Smoother launches, more intelligent torque vectoring, and better thermal management. These are the kinds of refinements that make a luxury car feel even more effortless. And let's circle back to sustainability. Lucid remains committed to green manufacturing, with a focus on ethical sourcing of materials and reducing its carbon footprint at the factory level. That's not just PR, it's built into the design philosophy of the company. The Air itself is a product of that mindset. Less weight, less drag, less energy wasted, but still maximum performance. Looking at the bigger picture, the 2026 Air is not meant to reinvent the wheel. It's meant to polish an already outstanding vehicle and align it with the broader EV ecosystem. Tesla's plug standard is now becoming the norm, and Lucid adopting it is more than just compliance, it's strategic. Charging anxiety is still one of the biggest barriers for people thinking about making the switch to electric, and Lucid addressing this head-on puts them in a much stronger position. So, what's the takeaway here? The 2026 Lucid Air isn't a dramatic reinvention, it's a strategic evolution, and that's the smart move. When your car is already ahead of the curve, you don't need to start over. You need to sharpen, refine, and keep innovating quietly. That's exactly what Lucid is doing. Improved charging, smarter software, refined luxury, and ongoing OTA support make the Air one of the most forward-thinking cars available, even several years after its original launch. As competitors continue to flood the EV market, from legacy automakers to startups, Lucid's steady, thoughtful approach to updates gives them a clear identity, the electric luxury brand for people who care about design, range, and future-ready tech. So the real question is, who is this car for? If you want bleeding-edge tech, long range, high luxury, and now, finally, Tesla-level charging convenience, the Lucid Air should be at the top of your list. It's not just a car for EV fans, it's a car for anyone who wants to drive the future, today. All right, Carbeats crew, that wraps up today's deep dive into the 2026 Lucid Air. Are you excited about the upgrades coming? Would you pick the Air over a Model S, EQS, or i7? Or are you holding out for Lucid's upcoming SUV, the Gravity? Or maybe the Earth crossover that's set to compete with the Model Y? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and as always, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest EV news and reviews. This is Carbeats, where the road meets the future. Catch you in the next one.